number 3, which is always book next call on this call. Always book next call on this call. Here's the reason. When you're just starting out and you don't do this, there's going to be a bunch of times where someone agrees, yeah, let's go, let's do it. And then you don't book the next call on this call. And what then happens is that they ghost you. If they have something in their calendar, it increases the chances that they actually hop on a call with you again. This rule is extremely important and it's going to save you a bunch of deals. So what you basically just do on the call is that you say, great, happy that you are on board. Let's book it into calendar already the next time we're going to talk, and then I'll have this and this ready for you. Again, you kind of sell the next call, you hype up the next call, and you make sure that they see that you've made an investment now in them, that you've spent time, so they feel bad if they don't show up. And the last rule, and this honestly surprises me that people still do this to this day, is that they don't take payment on the call. You always want to have some initial commitment. And even if you're doing like a free trial, you still take the payment information for after. Just like you would with a software. If you get a free trial, you still give your payment information first. Do that here as well. The reason for that is that they need to make a commitment, and they need to make a commitment on that call. And you can even write it into the contract that if they then no-show next call, that you then charge a $500 fee for wasting your time. Like, you can write that into a contract, but you always want their payment information on file. And the way you would usually do that is with Stripe. And what we usually do is that we just get like a $1 payment link. Inside of Stripe, if you create a $1 a year payment link, what that does is that it saves the payment information. You can just say that's like a $1 down. We'll refund it so you don't worry. But then you have that payment method on file, which means that you can charge it in time. And that also removes friction later on because now you have that payment method on file. So let's say that you're doing a commission deal or you're just charging $2,000 a month. You can just use this payment information to set it up. They don't have to do anything on their side, which again removes friction. So you always want to make sure to take some kind of commitment on the call. Even if you're doing a free trial, get the Stripe $1 payment link. Let me actually show you how to do that. You go inside of your Stripe dashboard, then you click on payment links right here and click create payment link. Then you create a new product. You just call it checking card, something like that. You do it recurring and you do $1 and then you do a year, like this, and then you click add product. You don't need to collect tax automatically on this because you're going to be refunding the payment anyways. Create link. And what will then happen is that when someone signs up on this link, you get this payment link right here, which says $1 a year. When someone fills out the information right here, you get their email and you also get their payment information. And then it allows you to later to just create a subscription for whatever you're charging. Let's say you're charging $2,000 a month. You can then go in and set up that payment without involving them. So that's how you create Stripe payment links. And trust me, that's going to help you get commitment, which is going to help you close more deals. If you have a problem closing, you're using this format right here and you get to the point where you mention the price and people don't buy it, then use this last tip, which is kind of a bonus tip because it's not always required. Sometimes you have such a good offer that this is not needed, but I call it the proof of concept offer. What is this? Well, this is an offer that has made us tens of thousands of dollars. Here's how it works. It's basically a satisfaction guarantee. And you can say this, that, well, this is our satisfaction guarantee. What you say is that you get payment up front. You always want to get commitment, right? So let's say that you are selling a website. You still get your payment or whatever you agree on. Let's say it's $1,000 first and $1,000 later. You still get your $1,000 up front, and you take that payment on the call via Stripe. But then you give a satisfaction guarantee, which means that I'm going to build this entire thing out. So if we use the website example, I'm going to build out the entire website for you. So you can see everything that's going to be on your website. You can see the finished product. If you're not happy with your website at that point, then you'll get a full refund. So if you don't even want to see how it performs when we give it to customers and when we actually launch it, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. We have given this offer a bunch of times, and the great thing about this is that one, it removes all risk because they can actually make an informed decision. They can see exactly what they're getting, and if they don't like it, they can get a full refund. And two, it makes you seem very confident and good at what you do. All of a sudden they say, okay, this guy can put money on the line. He will refund me the entire thing if I don't like what he creates. That makes you seem very confident, which again is going to increase your close rate. We have given this offer so many times and we have never had to refund anyone because people have been very happy with what we built. So if you're good at what you do, this is such a no-brainer offer, and adding this will probably just bump up your close rate with like 10% instantly. And you can use this for any AI build really. It doesn't matter if you're building websites, it doesn't matter if you're building automations. You just want to hop on a call with them and show it face to face. Okay, here's how it works. Look at this, it does this, it does this, it does this. Get them to try it, get them to see how good it actually is. And then say, great, let's launch it. You don't even need to mention the satisfaction guarantee. Just mention it on the call when you close them, and they're going to come back to you and say, well, if they don't want it, then they can get it refunded. But as soon as they commit and as soon as they see, okay, how good of a job that they've actually done, they're not going to want a refund. They're going to want to actually implement it. Great. So on the call, you only talk 20% of the time. They talk 80% of the time because you use the doctor approach. You use this structure right here where you start with questions, you position a pain, you then position that pain to your solution exactly. You handle any objections and you close the sale. You don't want to just have a slideshow where you just explain your product because you don't position a pain. They're going to judge you on your price, not on your value. And they're not going to feel like your solution is a fit to their exact problem. Then you always book the next call on your current call. So they need to know when they're going to hear from you again. You don't make the mistake of not taking payment on the call. You always take payment on the call. You get a payment information, you get the $1 Stripe link. And if you're struggling with closing deals, then use the proof of concept offer because this removes all risk. You still get commitment up front, but if they don't like the bill afterwards, you basically just have a satisfaction guarantee where they can get a full refund. Awesome.